Welcome, everybody, to Generation Dan, the podcast that was totally on time. No, I come to your soccer games. I am a present dad. I'm Atlas Novak. I'm your millennial. Who else is here with me?
I'm Dino the Genetic Marvel. I'm your Gen Xer, and this is all my fault. But at the same time, I have stories, so it's very exciting. So that's me.
I'm Cole Clayton, and I don't even know what soccer is.
It's like American football.
Don't explain it.
Okay. And then our guest, do you want to introduce yourself here?
I'm Jaylan Salah, and I'm not from anywhere these guys know about. So.
Where are you from?
That seems reasonable.
Egypt, baby.
Ooh.
Really? I've never been.
Where in Egypt?
Been.
I don't know a lot of people have been to, actually. Everybody just has an image about it. Oh, yeah.
Napoleon was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So rest in peace. He had really good times.
Rosetta Stone. Where in Egypt are you calling this from?
Alexandria.
Sweet. Wow. R.I.P. the library. This is all I know about Egypt. I'm sorry.
As I can imagine.
Alexandria. That is crazy. Isn't that like one of the oldest cities in the world? Like, no.
That's true. That's true. It's an old city. It has a cosmopolitan vibe. There used to be a lot of Greeks, a lot of Romans, a lot of Jews. Everybody was there, actually. At least in the 50s and 60s.
It was one of the first melting pots of the modern universe.
It's like America
with class and culture. Yes, it's America with class and culture. That's
true.
And cuisine. Amazing.
We have cheeseburgers. What's more cultured than that?
But listen, there was cheese, and you're like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring American cheese. Now, American cheese has its value. Don't get me wrong, everyone.
I mean, I got to agree with you there. American cheese is gross.
But it is gross. Like, when you get it, you're like, yeah, it's the only thing that'll work on a burger, but, like, ew, at the same time, you know?
I don't know. After seeing the menu, I'm kind of turned off of American cheese for a while.
I will do it.
Don't spoil it for me. I have it on my watch list.
I won't. It's really good. But...
It's very enjoyable to watch like that type of a scene play out, and it's the best part is that it's very enjoyable. What's up, walkie talkies are neat. And a happy 2023 to you. But yeah, I saw it with my wife in the theater, and now it's on Disney Plus, and I'm like, man, we might see it again.
That is the most not Disney movie you could have put on Disney Plus.
There's a lot of not Disney things on Disney Plus, bro.
it just like makes it so funny. It's so funny to me where you're like, I just watched Megan or insert horror movie here, and then they're like, hey man, you want to watch The Little Mermaid next? You're like, maybe.
Yeah, that's the problem because I have a 7-year-old and like I don't let him like browse YouTube or Netflix or anything. But generally speaking, I let him browse Disney Plus. But then I realized like there's shit on there that's like not kosher for children, and I'm like, what the fuck, guys? Y'all are setting me up for failure here.
There's like a kids like version, right? Where it's like, here, you can look at this. So bad. No, it sucks. Okay,
this is the problem, right? Is that I was talking about this with somebody today. Was like even the tap function on your debit card, like, oh, it's limited to 100, and now it's up to $200, and you're like, okay, like it's weird because they're like, you can have technology, but only this much. You can only have so much technology, no more. You're like, well, what if we start inventing like crazy, water powered cars? You're like, no, you're not allowed to have that kind of technology. Okay, you only have the technology that is approved by everyone else, and you're like, you know what? How about this? This is ridiculous. I'm already paying with everything with my imagination as it is. I don't know.
I don't want to know what your imagination is in exactly.
Well, technically, no money actually exists anymore, right? Like there is a very limited money, like actual dollar supply, and especially since it's backed by nothing, everything is just kind of technically. That's why when you pay debit, you're paying with magic and imagination. You're like, It's
right on this wall. Behind this is my bank.
Just in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like your back hair.
What's up, sick and tired?
I ain't got no back hair.
He looked like he was about to show it to us because he like got up like he
I
was.
felt this, and I was like, okay, no.
I'm just
Please
coming
don't.
into
Figure it
my.
out.
That's too far. That's too far. So
I don't want to show y'all because I don't want y'all to like come in with sledgehammers into my apartment and knowing the layout. So
the music video for the song "Sledgehammer" by Peter Gabriel.
listen. Now that I know that I can cross, I was in Buffalo this afternoon randomly,
Why?
and well, we went to Cracker Barrel, and it was worth all of.
no matter Cracker Barrel in Canada because that's what you keep
No.
bringing that shit up. Okay.
You took a field trip to
Yeah.
Buffalo for
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel.
That's correct. 100%
Okay.
worth it.
All right.
So,
You do realize that your whole story consists of I went to go eat where the KKK does.
see, I don't really agree with that because it was a very multicultural evening, and there were people of every walk of life. It was very enjoyable.
That's so awesome when you say it that way.
Well, no, it was like, look, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of the staff were old white women, which is very enjoyable for a lot of people. And you know what? Everyone was smiling. I think that's okay. You know, that's
But
not
I-
on me.
I
If
love
they
the fact
said-
that you went to this place just to eat there.
It's
Was it
very-
worth
A
it?
chain.
Yes, it
A
was.
chain. It's not
No,
even like something that Guy Fieri found on his show.
Well, but I'm kind of like that too. I go to places or towns just to eat at a place. Sometimes it's even shitty, but I go for the thrill. I don't know, but was
Exactly.
it worth it? This is what I want to know.
So I'll explain. It's very basic, home cooked, traditional American Southern meals. That's it. Now, okay. Now Cole is going. No, it's not. So
I'm from the South.
I'm Greek. Hey, I'm Greek. Okay, born in Canada. So for me, when I think of the South, Cracker Barrel. For yourself, probably too. When you think of the
I don't
South,
go to Canada and get IHOP.
Okay, I kind of
course
know
not.
why Cole is from the South. I have a feeling I know why he's from the
crazy,
South.
right?
Because he has this attitude, this bless your heart, sweet pea, when actually it means fuck you. You know, they keep telling you if they say bless your heart, sweet pea, and
It
I
does.
just like,
It means-
thank you guys, I love you. They're actually cursing you deep inside.
yes,
So now
exactly.
I'm just looking at every Southern like, haha, I got you.
I
So this
only-
means I like.
Oh, I only learned
Fake.
recently
That's
when
what they
someone
are,
says
fake.
bless your heart, you're like, that's not nice. They're being mean to you. Someone says bless your heart,
like,
they
that's
think
it.
you have a learning disability. And you're like,
See?
that's not.
This is
Yeah.
the thing, and they say it with a smile too. So I'm
Oh,
like,
it's from ear to ear. It's
I'm-
like,
I'm
oh,
participating.
bless your heart. And you're like, I can't learn. You're like, that's yeah.
right back at ya. Bless my heart.
Yeah, it's yeah, no. Well, that's somebody said it to me now. Thanks for stopping in, Chris. Always a pleasure. It's always nice to see you. Hopefully, I'll see you on some of the other panels and we can chat. It'll be nice. But yeah, no, that's the. So we went because it's very like it's made with lard, it's made with butter, it's made with like just very old school cooking, right? It's not, oh well, these are pretend meat with no. This is steak, this is chicken, this is pig's feet, whatever. It's food. It's just very straight.
I mean, I can't deny Cracker Barrel is good. It's good.
Yeah.
But it's like good, like the same way McDonald's is good. It's the McDonald's of the South. That's what it is.
Okay, but the South is not McDonald's, bro. Okay, McDonald's is the worst thing in the world.
McDonald's is Chicago.
It is the worst thing in the world, and also it's California. Have you ever seen The Founder?
Yeah, I have. It's California, but it's
Yeah,
Chicago.
a mean movie.
Come on.
This is a mean
I
movie,
want to
yeah.
see it, but at the same time, I'm afraid because it may turn me into some sort of monster of
Oh,
business.
it's good.
I
It's a good
movie.
movie.
I what is it? Boycotted McDonald's probably a year, and then I just got tired of boycotting it.
Well, okay, so in Egypt, is McDonald's still there?
Yeah, and I
It
eat
is.
it when I'm depressed.
Is it well, that's fair. That's exactly what it makes you. It makes you happy when life is sad. That's what McDonald's does. It's
No,
with
actually,
sugar
like,
and yeah. Go.
for me, it's like I don't give a shit. I'm gonna eat it and be fat and see it in my thighs. This is my attitude with McDonald's. You know, like I go green and just eat salads and all this crap, and then I'll be like, "Fuck McDonald's." You know, let's just go through with it. Hello,
Yes.
fries. Hello, Big Mac.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, there's a certain. So I would always, when I travel, I will look for McDonald's and I will get a Big Mac combo, just wherever it is, just to try. And I'll tell you this: it's different in France, it's different in Italy, it's different in Germany, it's different in the UK, it's different in Greece, it's different in the Bahamas,
Royale with
different in
cheese.
States,
But they
Where
were
else?
trying. to
China, Hong Kong.
You know what I found about McDonald's?
I'm very jealous of how well traveled he is.
The best
I know.
McDonald's are always right in the fucking middle of the worst neighborhood in that city. I swear to God, that's when I'm driving through the hood, I'm like, stop at the McDonald's. We got to. I don't care if we get shot. It's worth it. It's
It's
good.
worth it.
It's kind of like how the best Chinese restaurant is always the shittiest looking one.
Yeah, this I agree with. Even
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Even here.
Yeah.
The worst are always the best, and they taste the best.
I remember in Hong Kong, we went to it was a Thai restaurant that they wanted to take me to, and we walked in the front door, and the lady looks at me and goes, no, and the guy goes upstairs, and she goes, yes, and she goes, take that chair with you. It was the only steel chair, and I took it upstairs because every other chair was. I'm very large, so you know, I'm 6'2".
So much.
I'm 6'2", and I used to be 400 plus pounds. Now I'm down to 351 as of today. So, well, it's I hate it. It's the worst, but still, it's something. So that being said, yeah, she was like, no, take the steel chair because I was gonna break everything else. But every table was just covered in plastic. Some of the best food I've ever eaten, and I was like, number one, I feel like I'm on fire. Number two, that is on fire, and number three, can we just leave? Like he's like, this cost all $10. I'm like, I don't care. It's great.
I just love the idea of Dino dragging a steel chair around to every restaurant he goes to. And it's like that scene in Seinfeld where they have the Festivus pole and he's like dragging it through the diner.
He's making that.
Like a lot of people have told me about it. I've never seen it.
Reminds me of, like me when I go shopping with my sister and buying clothes and stuff, and the shop sales girl would just look at me and be like, large.
No. Yeah.
The register is just so slim and stuff, and she'd be like, I won't even opening my mouth. What is your problem? And she'd just get me the large one, and I'm like, just shut up, get it out of my face. Don't remind me, bitch.
I went to go get a bike helmet today, and I went and I'm like, I need a bike helmet. I got a bike.
Bus helmet.
Yeah. I had a bike, and I went to go get a bike helmet. I'm like, I need a bike helmet. He's like, so biggest size? I'm like, I think bigger.
Atlas on the window is like,
Well, for people watching that on YouTube, I'm sorry that you had to see the inside of Cole's syphilitic mouth.
like my tonsils.
We're seeing too much of Cole today.
Listen,
that
happens so very quick. Yes, it happens very quick, that meter. But so you had to get the biggest.
No, they literally didn't have the size for me because I was like, this is too small.
You have a giant head. Can
and
I
he's
just
like, you need 59 to 65 centimeters because they measured my head afterward.
Yeah.
They measured your head.
God, that's a huge head. That's just so you know, right? I'm a giant. That's way bigger than my head. Like,
I didn't want to say nothing while you were up here in Cleveland, but because I didn't want you to like headbutt me with it, but
it's like
imagine.
It's like, huh?
like I'll tell like when I was in high school, and I was on the golf team. Yes, funny, hilarious, but they're like, if you don't have your hat, you can't play. Like if you show up without your hat, you're kicked out for the day. Like for games. Yeah, and I was like, Coach, my hat doesn't fit me. And he goes, nonsense. It's one size fit.
Nope.
Okay, you don't have to worry. Yeah. I am just so lucky that I got my mom's, and no, I'm not getting that wrong, shoulders, where it looks proportional. Because if I got my dad's like skinny ass frame, I would look like a bobblehead. Yeah.
Science knows what it's doing. Let's put it like that.
Like, Dino, I
like my dad, his height, like his hair. I'm very hairy. My mom is like the ultimate feminine woman. Me, I'm like a baboon. And I remember when I was like little, all the girls in school would be like, "Oh my gosh, Jay, why are you wearing short sleeves and stuff?" So I would go to home and just fight with my dad and like, "I got your jeans. What was your problem? Why did you give this to me?" And then I got everything from my dad, even his sense of humor, like his lack of, like social loving attitude and shit like that, social anxiety in a way. God, he's kind of hostile with people. I am too. So I get everything from my dad. Damn.
That will happen.
Just gotta go home and bathe in
whereabouts do you measure
or whatever it is?
I have a measuring tape. Whereabouts do you measure on your head?
Oh,
Temple
like
to temple.
how? Oh, like how? So
Temple across temple like that?
I know he did like a whole this.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, okay. Hold on.
Okay, so 59 to 65 centimeters was what he recommended for me.
I want to measure my head now.
He's measuring his head for people just listening to this on Spotify or wherever you listen to the podcast. All right, where are we at?
58.
58. Okay, so just a little smaller than mine somehow. Yeah, Dino, you'll get to meet
pocket knife. Let's see.
He's doing that.
Come on.
You'll get to meet my family at the wedding, so you'll see.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
you're getting married, Atlas?
Atlas is getting married. Do you know?
Yeah, with that big ass head, he needs to lock it down quick.
You guys are all married? Please tell me now.
No,
I am.
He's
I am.
divorced. He's married.
I'm not divorced.
Even better.
Don't put that on me. I'm
Oh.
divorced. I knocked up a girl and then she cheated on me. Like that's all that happened. I never married her.
You pretend. Oh my
I thought
God.
you were married at some
Thank
point.
you, Mick.
Sorry.
It was my fault for sure. I talk too much shit.
Listen, I feel like a lot of the times when you think about it, you're like, "Hey, your first one should be a pass." I got a divorce under the belt. You're like, "Listen, you just got to figure it out, and then afterward you can have happiness." But like those people
The
are like,
pre-trial marriage.
"We're together. We never fight." I'm like, "You two are roommates. Fuck you."
No.
That's
No.
immediately okay.
Who doesn't
No,
fight with a roommate?
Normal people. You don't have
Oh.
to. They're a roommate. Who gives a shit?
Hold
if
on.
you fight with your roommate, you're too invested in that relationship. Either marry them or move on. Pick one. But yeah, no, that's
I had to apologize to my roommate. Sorry.
your mom or one of your brothers.
Come on, I don't live with my mom.
Kinda though, like.
No, I don't. If anything, I pay her bills.
Come on.
But
don't-
maybe he's a good boy. Maybe he's a good mama's boy.
Yeah, he's definitely not.
Not.
He's
I
definitely
am not.
You're bad.
I don't. Me and my
Almost
mom
definitely-
are.
Yeah, he's bad association. Definitely.
We're like, me and my mom have like drifted apart after she like neglected me for the first 18 years of my life.
Oh my God.
So
Mom, stop.
Yeah,
You're gonna-
you were easily neglectable though. Like, let's be honest, you were a dick as a child. So
no, I was just self-sufficient. That's all it was. Like I knew how to feed myself. I knew how to put on clothes. That's all that mattered to my mom. After that, just like, get fuck off.
is it like a chicken or the egg thing though? Like, is it like you learned because you had to, or you did because you're amazing? I don't know.
Probably not the amazing part.
Amazing by necessity. The call to arms was heard by your inner responsible person. They
That's
died.
why I
They
couldn't join
died
the
from the
military
responsibility.
because, like, if I like joined the military, I become like an international con man. I was like, I'm very good at just figuring out how to like do the bare minimum of
Yeah.
things, So that's how my mom raised me.
I'll be
Just-
honest with you though, I'm jealous of the people who have learned to do that, where you do the bare minimum and then move on, and you just never get caught. You never get caught.
I've done it
I
my
have-
entire life.
I have a
always
friend
get
who does
caught.
that.
I
Sorry, go
always
ahead.
get caught.
You always get me too. I'm not
Yeah.
fast. I'm
I'm
not
the
fast.
idiot, the one who gets caught when a group of friends are out drinking or doing shit. When we were teenagers, I'd be the one who was always caught,
Oh,
and
for
I'd
sure.
have to prove myself and cry and get emotional and shit like that.
That
So
makes
I envy you so much, man.
I was 45 minutes late to work today, and my boss called me like 4 times, and then I just went through the front door instead of the back door and just started working. Didn't say anything to him, and he was like, "Oh, I thought you were late." I was like, "No, I've been here this entire time."
Brilliant.
man.
And
Oh my
I
goodness.
know his code, so I just punched myself in on time. I used
There
the
you
edit
go.
button.
I need to figure that out because my work went from the phone time clock to the fucking on the wall time clock, and I'm trying to find like ways to get her like to cheat.
I will know she's the one when I won't spit in her face during
It's
sex.
during
Well,
sex.
that's listen.
That's
Dealer's choice. Maybe she wants to spit in your face, there, Mike.
Yeah, you never
Never
know. Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
You gotta spit in her mouth.
it's a new world. Women can do all sorts of things. Sometimes they'll spit in your face. Okay, that's just
Yeah.
sometimes. The shoe goes on the other.
Hey, those
I just-
girls are spitting in their mouths. Tell them to hit me up since you don't like them.
Jesus.
Give him
Oh.
my number, Cole.
I
I'm
just-
getting ready to settle down. I need some more kids or something. I don't know. I'm getting bored as a
You have
parent.
kids already?
Hey,
Seriously?
he
You're a
has-
father?
Yeah, I'm a father.
God,
I
I feel
know.
bad.
Okay.
I feel bad too
for the
for
world.
my son.
Seriously, why? Why, Cole? I cannot be a mother. I felt like I will never give these genes to others.
Because she told me she couldn't get pregnant, so I nutted in her. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
what did you just take that at face value, or what was the?
I listen. Of all the people here, he's the one who's definitely going to take that philosophy. Like, oh, for real? Not
Yeah.
like you would be like. She's like, don't worry, I'm on top. It's fine. He's like, for real? Nice. Thanks for looking out, bro. Like that's exactly what happened. And
I
then he's like,
mean,
oh, that's the greatest.
not
She's like, by the way, that was-
anymore. I'm not gonna fall for that.
Okay, but you did.
I don't
Like you
even-
fully did.
I don't even come in girls while I'm wearing a condom. I pull out even when I'm wearing a condom, which the condom part's pretty rare, but still.
Oh my gosh, Cole. Too many
Cool.
details. Thank you. Now
Yeah,
I
well-
keep imagining Cole pulling out. Thanks a
Yep.
lot, man.
Why don't we ask our guests some questions so I can stop imagining
It's
Cole?
about damn time.
Yeah.
All right, let's
So-
start here. There we go.
What's an embarrassing song from your playlist?
Oh, you know this band Hanson?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fuck.
we had long hair, and I was like, "Oh my god, these dreamy boys! I love them." They have this stupid song that's I love it so much because it reminds me of their youth and beauty shit.
Yes.
And this is an embarrassing song for you.
That's
Is it
fair.
Chris Hansen?
It's apparently they have a beer called Hops, and no, I'm not kidding.
Really?
It's a real thing. Yeah.
Oh
they know.
wow, I'd
That
love
is
to drink
awesome.
that.
That is a horrible, horrible thing. But realistically, yeah, no, that's fair. I think I have that song on my phone too. Sorry, that's yeah.
I would imagine them dancing on it to me, and I'd be like, "Wow, look at these dreamy boys."
It's so chipper, right? It's just so happy, and you're like, oh, they must be on drugs or something. Maybe they're crazy. Maybe
If
they
this
don't
is my
know.
harem, you know, like if I were this sultan, I'd get them around me. I'd be
Like
the happiest
them
woman.
and Chumbawamba were like had the most annoying songs in the 90s, but are like surprisingly based. Like Hanson's got a beer, they all knew how to play their instruments, and then Chumbawamba was like an anarchist collective.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
And they're on episode they're the subject of a couple episodes of cool people who did cool stuff.
Yeah,
Really?
Chumbawamba.
that's fair.
Wow.
Because they get knocked down, then you back up again. Ain't nobody gonna keep them down. I'm
Well,
too
this is-
sexy, right? Said Fred. That is a good
That is a fantastic song.
song. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm slowly putting together the playlist for the wedding. So like I keep you hear it in a grocery store, someone tells you like this song is good or whatever, and then you remember. But Katie says I have too many early stage reception songs. I need more late stage, like
Oh, for dance floor finger bang? Gotcha.
yeah, like Get
Answer?
Low and shit.
Listen,
Late stage
you need songs where people can get a little romantic. You need songs where people can get way too romantic. And then you get songs where people are like, "Hey, have you seen my date?" And they're going, "Nah, man, sorry."
Through the window.
Yeah. Oh, and she also
Exactly.
made me that's Get Low. She made me put on a trap version of
That's
Baby
not Get
Shark because
Low,
there's
that's
like a bunch of kids at the wedding too. So.
Really? Damn it. Oh my goodness. If I go to a wedding and I see them just opening Baby Shark, I just leave. Or look for the buffet or the wine list or whatever the
Mhm.
fuck. Can get me out of this zone.
That's a good question. So, Atlas, I noticed you had a registry of gifts and stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to do that because that's ridiculous. I'll just give you money. But the one of the things I wanted to ask you was, is it open bar? What are we doing for food? Like, I know I could read this stuff, but I'm lazy and I can't read. I just rather
Okay.
you tell me.
First off, you got to play the thing now because reading is hard.
Hold on.
Yay!
Fair.
Okay,
That's-
but
What did it say?
I don't know.
okay, people
Yeah.
listening, it's the more you know, but it says reading is hard. So
Yes.
sorry,
'Cause
sorry,
we're-
people on
Egyptians.
Apple Podcasts or whatever. Anyway, so like you get a choice between salmon or what was it? Prime
Steak.
rib.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
steak.
All right, good.
And then there's I think like it's beer and wine and there's like a limited amount of it, but it's open
Sure.
bar.
Okay.
And then once you hit the cap, that's it. And I think you can sneak stuff in where I'm not gonna
Well, it's
say it.
California, so I'm gonna get high off my tits,
There you
right?
go.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna literally line up a bunch of edibles,
Mhm.
probably some other things, and just fucking go to town.
That's the
right?
good shit. Cole, what?
Yeah.
God damn it.
So, are there like any vegan options, or and this is
There is.
California after all?
There is. If you don't want the salmon or the prime rib, there's like a
Gluten-free.
stuffed mushroom.
Oh my god, I was kidding.
Do you
I'm
know-
not-
Don't invite vegans to the fucking wedding, man.
Hey, so my
I'm gonna
wedding.
say so. Don't.
Well, that's it. Okay. So my wedding had 175 people,
Okay.
and it was in an old Art Deco theater that was turned into a banquet hall.
Cool.
And one of the things was that they were like, "Okay, what do you want as your vegetarian option?" I said, "No." And they went,
No.
"Well," they go, "Well, you have to pick one." I said, "No, I don't." And I go, "Do I get a discount if they pick vegetables?" They said, "No." I go, "Good, then they can have the steak. They can have the vegetables that are on the steak. No problem." Then now, fast forward a couple months, we sent out invitations, and a friend of ours, who's a very nice young woman, she goes, "Hey, I'm dating my boyfriend again." They had been on again, off again for quite some time.
Mhm.
She goes, "Hey, can he come? Because we're dating again." And I said, "Absolutely," because she's a very nice young woman, and we love her company, and we of course want her to have an enjoyable time at our memorable day. Now, that
Boyfriend.
being said, then we get another phone call going, "Hey, we noticed there isn't a vegan option or a vegetarian option." And my wife goes, "So he needs a vegetarian option." And I go, "Listen, okay, listen to me right now. Okay, we're getting married. Okay, are you saying that you want to fight me for someone who isn't our friend? We haven't invited this person. This is a stranger. You're gonna fight your future husband on his principles on behalf of a stranger?" And she goes, "So we'll put him down for steak." I'm like, "We put him down for steak. That's how we work, honey. That's why we're getting married, because we both think the same way. We put his ass down for steak. And if he doesn't like it, he can go eat a salad at home. I don't give a shit. I don't even
The
think
wor-
he showed up, fucking guy."
This is the thing that really galls me, though. So they were like, "All right, we have prime rib, we have chicken, we have salmon as options,"
Yeah,
and
standard.
then I went, "We should do salmon and prime rib because my mom doesn't eat red meat, and she doesn't eat chicken all that much."
Fair.
And like I went back and forth with Katie on it, and then finally she went, "Okay, we'll do salmon," and then my mom fucking picked the mushroom. So like. Yeah, and then everybody who's RSVP'd aside from that has picked steak, and then finally one person picked salmon, and I'm like, it's not a failure.
So, Atlas, I'm a fat ass. I want some of the chicken, the steak, and the mushroom. Not gonna lie, it all sounds good.
I
I'll
can
have
bring
it all.
mushrooms, and then
That
Yeah,
was the other thing.
that would be a wedding.
Bro, can we get high at your wedding? Like,
No,
not weed
wait.
high, but
No.
like, can we do shrooms? I've never done shrooms.
no, we
So-
can do it.
You know,
we
we're
can
doing
do it after.
shrooms.
Yeah, we're doing shrooms. Don't
And
worry.
you're
We're doing
doing wedding
in
Oh my-
California.
Hey,
I
at
feel
his
bad for you,
listen,
Apple.
as soon as
Thanks,
all
Jay.
the festivities and the food and the responsibility is done, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we won't
Hey.
crash your wedding.
Listen,
We'll be
no. Once all the responsible stuff, these are the times when all the old people, if they stay later, they know they're gonna be in for a party. So it's at that point, right? Then
What?
old people
What?
go,
Old people
"Oh,
now?
Well, parents and things like that.
Mhm.
Listen, not cool people. Like, listen, let's be honest. Your dad, he'll probably be like, "Yeah, I'll chill out, no problem." Let's fucking
Yeah, no. My dad will
Your
be like
mom-
smoking weed in the corner, just be like, "Let's
Yeah,
do this."
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, listen, don't worry. I'm gonna make some phone calls. We're gonna be fine. That's fine. I know at least 6 people that we're gonna take care of. Okay. So that being said, Cole, am I picking you up on the way? Because I'll see you this week. I'll be there. I'll be back. Now that I can go to Buffalo, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna drive to Cleveland. I'll be there on Thursday. Just
How long is the drive?
5 hours. It's 5 hours. It's no big deal.
Okay.
It's easy. And then I might go to Cleveland. I might go see Atlas. Who knows?
Come fly to LA. I'll figure your shit
I don't
out.
know.
No,
this
I'm
is
gonna
a good
drive
way.
my- I'm gonna
I'm
drive my
save up
Cadillac to it.
money and do that, and like I have a horrible time saving money, so I gotta
Don't worry. We'll figure something out.
crunch every penny together.
All right.
Not buying McDonald's. We came back to
If for some reason I don't come, I'm just gonna send you money. It's fine.
Okay.
You're gonna have a
That's
great
fine.
time.
Yeah. No,
Either
that's
way.
all good.
And let's be honest, Cole and I.
I'm coming to the wedding. I'm coming for sure to the wedding.
We could hitchhike. Do you want to hitchhike? We could document it the whole time. It'd be fun.
No,
Put it on the Generation
I
Dan
don't.
channel.
I don't want to get murdered on YouTube Live.
Oh no, you can't listen. I'll come. You'll see me. So
I had seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and I'm not following the unwritten rules of the road. I'm not doing it. You're gonna have to do it, not me.
I'm not gonna touch.
Do you know?
somebody. I'm not touching.
Thomas,
somebody.
You gotta blow truckers. That's the unwritten rules of the road.
I will give them drugs or I will give them gas money. I am not touching their wiener. I'm
I
sorry.
promise.
I will pay somebody else to touch their wiener. I have no problem with that.
Truck
You
driving's a
have to
lonely
promise
world.
me, Dino, if you hitchhike, wear that cat sweater.
Like only?
No, with other stuff. I'm just saying, like, have the cat sweater.
Yeah, it'll be
As
my.
part of
This,
it.
that'll be. This is my
So
cat, by the
cute,
way.
Really, I'm a cat lover, so I
His
like it.
His name is Apollo. His name is Apollo.
Your real cat? I need one.
Yeah,
for
it's my real
mine.
cat. My
I need
wife.
one for Leo.
So
Leo.
Yeah,
my-
this is my cat, my baby.
my wife, we went on a little adventure today, and she wore the same sweater. So we have matching sweaters. They're not the same size, just in case anybody had to bring that up. Fuck
Okay,
you guys.
thanks.
All right, let's be very clear.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, I can't believe this is why I'm not getting married. Obviously,
No, my
I
wife.
don't do this shit with guys at all.
No. Let's be honest, okay? I don't enjoy that part, but that's called romance and love, and you
Oh.
have to do these things for people.
Something that I've never experienced. Obviously, all my relationships are shit. Damn, thanks for reminding me.
Maybe,
Someone
listen,
is getting married with a fancy wedding, and another is wearing, matching T-shirts, and I keep reminding, like my boyfriend when he broke up with me, and he told me like, "You have a penis. This is why you beat the shit out of me in the relationship." And then I got bored, and I'm like, "Yeah, I have.
No.
If you walk out of my face, I'll rape you, bitch." So whatever.
I feel like we missed a few steps on that.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I've heard
Okay.
that book. Yeah, no, I've read that
Okay.
story. That's fine. Listen, you got to understand is that you know how white women will talk a lot and like yeah. So when you go to
I hate
the
that
other,
so much.
well, when you go to the other parts of the world, women will just cut you. They don't. They're like no, fuck you. You'll just die.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just gonna stab you.
Exactly.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
me. Oh my god. Man.
In Greece, there have been multiple times when people disappeared, and you're going, "Hey, we heard. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about it. It's not
Is
going to
it
be
the
a problem."
government or the wife?
Yes.
It was
Just say,
both.
if people rock the boat, they just stop rocking the boat. Why? Maybe they learned something. Well, I guess
Wife
we'll never
should
know.
be.
Don't
Stop
worry
being a
about it.
dick. You'll die.
Listen.
I gotta put that song in there. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat. Should I?
The reason why I'm never gonna get married is because like my like me showing affection is here, baby. Let me show you how to cook. Because I was a cook for 10 years, and every woman's like, "You don't think I can cook?" And I'm like, "No, honestly, I
Are
studied."
you serious? I'd marry
culinary.
you. Like, baby, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, baby, you do the cooking and you do everything. Cool,
Hold
good
on,
for you.
hold
I'm
on.
so
Let's be
hungry all the
honest.
time.
Let's be honest. Cole in Egypt is a TV show. I would watch that TV
Oh,
show.
that would be awesome. Seriously, I'm gonna make money off of him.
Oh,
What? Come on.
There's the episode title.
yeah. Let's make
Cole
money
in
off.
Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Cole in Egypt.
Cole
Cole
in
goes to Egypt.
I would have a blast in Egypt. Just
And people would
just
love
being
him. Are you
ignorant,
serious?
thinking it's like the Mummy with Brendan Fraser,
Oh,
and then
no.
just learning
I'm
things.
serious.
Oh, it would be awesome.
Look, as an Egyptian, I tell you, I meet foreigners all the time online, and I'm like, yeah, he'd be likable here. No, but Cole, are you serious? He'd be like this gullible, like chubby, loving person, and people would just love him, and he'll be like, like seriously, secretly an ass, but he wouldn't show it, and people wouldn't know, so they just love him. They just love him.
So it'd be
He's
like
reigning.
Forrest Gump meet in
Kind
Egypt
of
or
like,
something.
yeah, in
All
a
right.
cute way, so people would love him so much.
The best part is that his smart. See, this is what you have to learn about Cole is that he's smart enough to not talk, and it's very key because he just goes, and you're going,
Yeah, they love
"Yeah, that's
him.
not an answer," and he just goes, whatever, and you're just like, "No, you didn't answer the question," and he's just going, and he just turns around and walks away, and you're going, "What the fuck is that? You son of a bitch!" Yeah.
Exactly. Dino would, of course, live well in Egypt. He's like well resourced. He knows what to do anywhere.
In 3 days, I will be drinking tea and playing backgammon. It is.
He'd be like the typical, like Khawaga stuff, like the typical character that we have about foreigners.
Hey,
Atlas is a bit mysterious, so I don't know. I gotta know.
Are you
him
telling
more.
me I'm the Egyptian machine? 'Cause I've been compared to Bert Kreischer on many occasions.
Only from the waist down. This is the funny thing. So, like, because we went years and years and years ago. We toured, and with my family, we went to Ephesus. We went to Turkey. We went to Crete. We never got down to Egypt, though. That would have been. I've been invited a couple times. I have friends that have homes there, but I've never been. Well, listen, it hasn't been the most pleasant of places the last few years. There's been some things happening. It's good for them, but at the same time, hey, I'd rather be on a beach with people bringing me drinks. It's nice. I'm lazy. I don't know. And
I don't know.
I'm from
There's
Greece.
still a lot of beaches here and a lot of cool places here. Trust me, if you plan to come, I'll tell you where to go, and you'll go to fancy places too.
See,
Yeah.
that's the real kicker for me is like if I go to Greece, I only have one cousin in Canada. The rest are all in Greece, and it's literally an entire village of Bletzises. So, like I can call a cousin and be like, "Hey, I want to go to this place. Do you know somebody?" They're like, "Yeah, go to this address." They'll take you around. They'll tell you where to go and everything. I'm like, "Great," because I don't know what I'm doing. Like I can speak Greek, but I
See, they
sound
have
like a
Jay.
foreigner.
You
Yeah.
have Jay, so Jay will tell you what to do, where to go.
Listen, that's a huge advantage because, like, look, just the amount of times you'll get fleeced going in a market or just being a tourist anywhere in the whole world
Yeah, exactly.
so
I know-
often, right?
Yeah,
Because
no.
people are just trying to survive. And in especially in Canada and the US, it's the land of milk and honey. It's fantastic, right? So
Milk and honey seems like it would make you like have diarrhea pretty quickly.
here, like in the US, yes, because it's not made with milk and honey. It's made with some other manufactured thing, whereas the rest of the world is still using milk and honey. It's
Are we
delicious.
talking about baklava?
Kinda.
Anybody
Yes and no.
tried it?
I can't eat it.
Isn't that how like scaphism was done? The torture
With the
method?
rats? Where they
No,
would-
no, where they put you like the two halves of the boat and then they feed you
Yeah.
like stuff
Oh,
so you
damn.
shit yourself. Yeah.
This is a roller
cover-
coaster
they cover
of
you in honey and nuts.
conversation.
Yeah.
Damn, that's so.
Yeah, sorry. Don't doodle that, people.
You should
It
play
will make you
either the
sad.
chicken dance or a hamster dance song the whole time. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
absolutely.
my god, I die in this wedding. Like, dead seriously, I just.
Also,
Not even read the
schedule a
thing.
murder at the wedding. Definitely advantageous. You
What-
can
Here's my
hire-
plus one.
you
Should,
can-
should I call Hercule Poirot? Invite
Listen,
him?
Hey,
Or-
having a murder mystery as the entertainment for your wedding, I'm telling you, your night will be memorable like no other.
Mm.
And I
Hercules
can make a few
real,
phone calls about that and see if you guys are interested. I can find out if that's a thing.
Okay.
Because I know two people that do that kind of thing, like because so dinner theater is a weird experience, and doing it after a wedding, like it depends on your scheduling of everything, but like because it has to be you guys, right? Like ours was movies. We love going to movies. Every table had its own type of terrarium. So one was like Lord of the Rings, another one was The Hobbit, another one was Iron Giant, another like all sorts of different crazy movies. But Victoria spent weeks just making these terrariums. So I'm like, you're insane. She's like, oh, it's so pretty. And I'm like, I don't like these people that much. I wouldn't
Katie
invest
said
in-
she's going to have her kids make the centerpieces for the wedding, which I'm pretty sure is child labor, but
it's
she's a
100%
kindergarten
child
teacher.
labor.
There's the most California shit. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's child labor. We
They-
put kids to work at like 8 years old where I'm from, and they don't make any money.
that's not a good thing.
This
you-
is the South. My God, another reason not to want to go there.
You know how many like diners I've been to
Oh.
where there's just like a 7-year-old is your waitress?
Oh,
This is why I can't get waffles. I always get pancakes because they fuck up my waffles. He comes back. I
That's
burned
mean.
myself. It's your fault. You better cheat me.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, hold on. If your kid burns himself making my waffles, that is not on me. That is on you. You should train your child to make waffles better.
They don't come up and tell you. The kid tells you, so you feel guilty. You just leave them a 20 and just leave.
We have more questions that we have not touched
Yeah,
on at all.
Yeah, we're only a quarter of the way through this. So.
This is fantastic.
Yeah,
Here.
let's get to the second one. Yeah,
When
what's
was-
some? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, please go ahead.
What's something you like to do because now you're an adult and there's no one around to stop you anymore?
Like breakfast for dinner.
oh, damn! It's probably just like going to the bar on my own and drinking. Sadly, like I always go on my own. Like people would go like happily or just groups and shit like that. I go on my own. Seriously, I'd be most miserable when I'm with people. Like why? I'm a mean drunk. I'll go there to just like wallow in my sadness and just remember stuff. And the waiter would be like patting me, and I'll get to know the waiter and just kind of question him because if I'm writing a poem or a story or something. So it's
Yeah.
a very good habit to do on your own if you're an adult. At least
I'm
in
starting
my
to
case.
see how you got to be friends with Keeleen.
Killing is my baby. Killing is my baby.
Oh, you two are definitely got
Yeah.
Thelma and Louise
Very
vibes.
similar vibe, for sure.
Like there's hey,
Title.
murder and off a cliff, 100%.
I've finally gotten a laugh react out of Colleen this week, and it's been like 3 in a row. I don't know if she's like lost it finally or if I finally broke her. Like, it's the funniest shit. Because for the longest time, she was like, I don't like Cole. I'm like, I'm gonna break her. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her to crack.
It's a point of pride. If someone's like, I'm not laughing, you're like, oh, I'm gonna make you laugh. If I have to pull my pants down and shit my pants, I'm gonna make you laugh. I will find a way to do it because like it's more so it's like, hey, if you don't want to laugh, you're the person that needs to laugh the most. And I want to be responsible for all of that joy. I don't want the next person to be like, you whittled him. Nah. That's my laugh. I'm getting it, baby. Oh, yeah, definitely. But going by yourself, no, you're demanding your solitude. I understand that totally because you're like, no, I'm paying for no one to bother me. That is what I'm doing. You know,
I'm a
like,
big fan of like dinner or a movie or like by myself every now and again. It's nice to like just go out and there's not like the expectation of having to be present with someone. You can just be like, club sandwich, and then you shut the fuck up and play on your phone. Who cares?
That's why I got into flasks, if I can pronounce the word correctly, is because they don't let you drink at the movies, or they do. They have I have a movie theater right across the street from me. They sell beer, but it's like $9 a beer.
Yeah.
So like, I just started bringing a flask to the movies, these 3-hour long fucking Marvel movies, and just getting drunk and walking home. It's the best fucking thing.
Pour it into the Mr. Pibb you got. Fuck yeah.
No, I just drink it fucking straight out the flask. I keep it in my my coat pocket on the inside.
Okay.
you know
Well,
what?
I do have a soda to chase, but I'm not like gonna sell
Atlas.
my Pepsi.
Atlas, for your wedding, I'm gonna get Cole a gift of it's a 1 liter size flask. It's this
I have
big.
one. My mom got me one for like 3 Christmases ago. I've never used it. It's still in the box. It's like more of a decoration in my kitchen.
I feel like that is a wedding type.
It's a
Yeah,
gallon. It's
that is
literally a gallon.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Well, it's not gonna go well, but hey, that's fine. It's gonna be. Listen, there's gonna be stories for sure.
Jay, just so you know, I'm on like a sober cleanse right now. But I drink entirely way too much alcohol. So this is one of the few times I've been sober on this show.
Dino, how much you want to make a bet on renal failure by the time he's 40? What do you think?
I hope so.
Oh, less than that. It'll be probably 35, maybe.
35?
Damn,
But 6 years.
You got to remember, being fat taxes your liver quite a bit, right? So
Renal failure is your kidneys, not your liver.
No, but that's the thing is when your liver suffers, is it kind of it phases out. So when you
You know how many times I should have been dead? My mom left me in a car in the summer by myself at 5, and my grandma left me at the bottom of a pool when I was 4. I can't die. I cannot die, okay? I probably should have brain damage by now, but I do fine.
I'm going to be on my deathbed, and Cola's going to be there still looking the way he does now.
Yeah.
And then he's just going to be like, with a flask, and he's like, oh, I didn't tell you. I was one of the immortals from...
Oh, for sure. Listen, he's going to walk in. He's going to walk in out of your private bathroom and go, hey, shitter's full. That's what it's going to
Shitter's closed.
Y'all should see me without a beard. I look 12.
Oh, for sure.
I can feel it.
Same here.
I can feel it. Guys without beards. Oh my gosh.
It's you know what? So I've seen a few men that can't grow a beard, but they try. Have you seen this where it's just a few hairs, and then they'll have like half a mustache, and you just go, no, that's not a beard. And they're like, oh, what do you think about beard? I'm like, no, that's not a beard.
That's my friend. That's my friend Root Beer. He can't grow.
Grow my balls look like.
He tries, but it's just some people don't have the genes for it. It happens. It's not a big deal. He looks fine, clean shaven. So
look, I understand.
For the record, I only put whiskey in my flasks.
Hey, I don't believe.
And
that.
What?
Well, no. That's why it's a gallon flask of White Claw.
Oh my god!
Which, let's be honest. I feel like that's an experiment. It's just gonna.
All right.
I'll see if I can pick some up at the duty free. Let's go.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Go for it.
What do you mean I'm an adult? So what was the time when someone essentially held you accountable as an adult and you were like, me? No, thank you.
Probably anytime I was like mean to someone in my family, not my family as in my mom, dad, and sister, but the other family members whom I hate, mostly the relatives. I'm usually like, what? And they're like, you're adults, you're an adult, you can't say this to your aunt, blah blah blah. But I'm like, no, what? Why? Because I'm known to have a mouth on me. So I don't care if you're old and shit. I don't care if you're my aunt and shit. If you're a mean bitch, I'm gonna call it in your face. So they'll be like, Jay, you can't do this. You're an adult. You should have an attitude of growing up and stuff. But I'd be like, no, the mean kid who just curses at anybody.
I just imagine like you being like, shut up, you fat cunt. And then they're like, Jay, language.
And my mother,
I'm just a kid. And they're like, you're 12. You should be an adult.
And my mother is like the nicest, and she's really an angel. She's a great woman. So I'm always being compared to her. You know, like, oh, Jay, she never grew up to be like her mother. Oh, look at her. And I'm just like, yeah. So in the beginning, of course, I used to be
I agree. I do agree with you. Like every time I tell my mom no, I have to go throw up. So because from the anxiety and the flashbacks.
I think it gets easier the more you do it. It's like a muscle. Like over time, the more you do it. Because my
mom still has a good left hook, and she still hits me. I'm almost 30 years old. And still hits the shit out of me. Yeah.
I feel
you and your mother have a relationship that I'd love to write about. Oh man, this is so.
Talk to each other.
It's documented on my Instagram. So like,
I have a question. I have a question for you guys. So I took a poll earlier today with people I had lunch with. And when you were young and your parents were trying to convince you to eat something, would they say like eat it or else, or was it, if you don't like it, just spit it out? It's fine.
My mom would go into this long rant about Africa and all that shit.
Of course.
And no offense to Egypt, but like apparently there are starving kids in Egypt. And about 10, I said, well, then give it to them. And I woke up in a hospital, so and nobody knew what happened.
What did you
say, Jay? The doctors were informed that I fell down. I was informed that I fell down.
I'm kind of informing Cole.
My
that
mom
they're
didn't
starting
know.
kids
She was
in
like, I just
Egypt.
sounded like that.
This is the crazy thing. They just put everything together, like Africa, starving kids in Africa. And in Egypt, people were like having the same attitude. Like my parents would be convincing me to eat peas because it's good for my health and stuff like that.
Of
So
course.
yeah, I can imagine the collective consciousness, still the exotic part. And
Cole,
feel
I
like
was
I'll
half
do it.
expecting your mom to be like, "Hey, you better eat that food. There's starving kids in Africa. Do." And there's starving kids in Rosanna also.
The only thing that I said in that sentence that was not like true is I don't know if Egypt is in Africa. That's the only part.
You're
It
the
is in
cutest thing, I
Africa.
swear. They'd love you here. Come. What are you
Yeah,
doing
in
there,
Africa.
buddy?
Hey, how much is a ticket to Egypt? How much is a ticket to Egypt? Can we go? Are you guys open or closed? How is your border?
No,
Can we
we're
come?
open.
You're open?
Seriously,
All right, let's go.
there's
Cole, you got a
lot of-
passport? Do we have to smuggle you in? We can take a boat.
I'll get one
but
this year.
I'm gonna be afraid, you guys. I'm gonna have Cole in my hand. What am I gonna do with him? Where do you put Cole? It'd be like
Listen,
the
You make him
mystery
seem
of-
like he's a toddler or something.
I will put him on a boat. It'll be named the Santa Maria. Okay.
I
It will arrive at the
definitely
port of
have terrible
Alexandria
food
in
energy.
3
They'll
weeks'
give me
time.
the instructions, and I'll be like on the lookout for. Oh, there's. Well,
You know what the funny
I
thing
like
is?
that nephew that everybody loves, but then they realize, fuck, he's a fucking lot. Like, send
3
him
days.
back.
It's 3 days. You're awesome to have around for 3 days, and then you're like, you need to move on, friend. You're like, you
I
are
don't know
too
what
much.
you think, Alex.
But I think people like this really fare well in life. Like me, I'm the cousin everybody just hates. Like the crazy, one with a temper and with an attitude and stuff like. And I was such a teenager too. So yeah, Cole is the one who can get away with being a bitch. Me, no. Me, I'll be caught up, and people will be like,
I mean, I do have a short fuse. I got very few triggers, but like once you get me going, I'm pissed off. So like, I don't know what my triggers are.
Man, I don't know because my fuse is not even there. It's gone.
I
whoever wants
wish
to.
I wish my parents didn't instill in me fear of being a part of society, because being 6'2" and the size of 2 full-grown men, I feel like I should have been in the world of wrestling or murder. And it disappoints me that I'm like, I am a man of peace. I don't
You're
harm
salty,
people.
but this is better even.
Listen, I was built for war. That's what I was made for. I was made for war and violence, and I was denied everything. It's bullshit.
That's
And
the
let's be
spark
honest,
to come out of you.
If Dino ever got into the world of wrestling, his name would be Dick Flair.
Dick Flair. Oh, that's great. What
That
would
is-
mine be?
A great name.
Be walking in with Victoria and his cat in the other hand, and
Oh,
Ooh,
mine
I
would be
definitely have my
my
cat.
Such a
I would definitely
badass.
have my cat. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
And go
Can you
change
smell what the
it
cock is cooking up in the kitchen? Mine would be the cock for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
you would
The cock
definitely.
and Dick
Hey,
Flair.
hey, Cole, you would definitely be the rooster. That's you. Be like, what's up?
well, now this just sounds like a porn parody of WWE.
I know. I feel so scared.
Listen, man. There's the Big Show. There's Triple H. He's on
But
pills.
what about
It's
Atlas?
fine.
What would his wrestling name be?
Atlas no cock. Assless no cock.
I
MD.
believe. Let's see. It is.
You still have it. I know you still have
Dr.
it. There it
Assless
is.
No Cock
There you
MD.
go. There you go. There it is.
But
I know it's in there.
It's always there. It's always somewhere.
But that's
Remember.
not me. I know I'm not physically imposing or anything.
This
but
is
do
what
you think?
Atlas looks like as a superhero.
Oh,
Right there,
fuck,
okay?
really? Damn.
Okay. Trust me.
Sorry.
It's
What
just.
about me? What about me? What do
Jay
you
and
think
Solomon
of
Bob.
What?
God. It's
Bob. Oh.
Salmon Bob.
Solomon. I know it's Jay Solomon. I'm sorry, but
That's it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works too. That's hilarious. I don't know. See, this is where I'll never understand. It's like you should never know how other people perceive you, right? Like that's a very dangerous piece of information.
do you
Right.
you don't be like you're never like, oh, I wish I could just see what people say about me when I'm not around.
Well, has that ever
On
gone well?
Twitter, I see it all the time. I don't know what you
Yeah,
guys are
me
talking
too,
about.
Me too. Are you guys serious? I get
That's
men
what
all the
Elon Musk
time.
does. He
Like,
just goes and
yeah,
Googles
maybe
himself
if
on
you-
Twitter. every
Guys,
day.
if you were women, you'd see what people thought of you all the time. Trust me, women are being criticized and judged all the time. Maybe because you're a guy, you know?
I mean, I just get told
Hey,
in my face most of the
listen.
time. But who knows?
See, this is the problem: is that women. The problem is that women think men think that men are better. This is not true. Okay, there's like 6 men total in the entire world. They're okay, not even good. Okay, the rest of men suck. That's it. Right? No one actually deserves any power. We're all horrible human beings. That's
I'm
simple.
one of
All
the 6
horrible.
men.
You know, that's definitely not. You are their butler. Cole is their butler. Okay, that's 100% factual.
Who's Butler?
That would make the most sense. That's why Cole survives. He
The
can be a
only
dick, but
reason
it's
I
like,
would
oh,
take a butler position is so I could steal.
that would make sense.
Damn. Oh my goodness. Okay.
And it would be like I would be like taking like silver spoons and like chains, and then also while being like, all right, so this is the blueprint of their house.
Like the funny thing is, that they
Logan
would be
Lucky
like,
too.
hey, listen, those people would be like, Cole, here's some extra spoons. Have a fun night out. Enjoy. And he's like, all right, bro, I got your
Thanks,
spoons.
man.
And they're like, order more spoons. We have money. It doesn't matter. It's not a thing. And he's like, I got all these spoons. And you're like, awesome, man. I hope you like them.
All while they're giving me $100,000 fucking paycheck a year.
That's the same thing. It was Jay from Jay and Silent Bob was like he went and appeared as like a cameo on a show, and they gave him like $500 and a T-shirt. He's like, "Yo, we could do this as a business, just showing up places." And you're like, "We make movies for millions, you dipshit. What are you talking about?"
That's me for sure.
That's exactly you. Yeah. Yeah, and he's just going, we do that, you idiot. And he's like, yeah, but these are like
Do
free,
you know
bro.
why that is? Do you know why that is? I know this is off topic, but do you know why that I'm like that? This is my mother coming out of me.
I'm
Because my mom literally did everything but have a job my entire life. My mom has had I think 3 different jobs in my 30-year existence, and none of them she had more than 6 months. She's dealt drugs. She's hit licks. She's come up with schemes. She's bought shit with coupons and resold it at a flea market. All of this shit. My mom will do anything but get a job.
Good for her.
Deadass.
No, man, that's fine. Listen, in all honesty, I know for yourself, in your mind, you're like, she's the worst, right?
Drives me crazy.
I know. And you know why? Because you had to bear the brunt of the entire part of it. But the fact is, the world needs more women who are capable of that and realize, hey, a job.
Do you know how often we didn't have lights?
You know that the sun is free, eh, dipshit?
That's what my mom would say. This is
Study during the day, wake up early, lots of sun in the morning there, motherfucker. How about that?
My mom would be like, well, the Jews had 8 candles, light them. That's a real quote by her, by the way.
Your mom's got some weird like not epitaphs, but something.
Existences.
No, like what's the thing? Plaques. Just plaques with those quotes on them.
Memorable quotes.
Yeah, memorable quotes.
There was one time when we didn't have lights or air conditioner, and she was like, I'm sweating like a whore in church. I'm like, Mom, I'm 12. I'm fucking 12.
I never knew how to control my mouth in front of kids too. So good, I'm not a mother. I'm so happy.
I swear a lot.
Teach my kid all of the cuss words just to tell him which words not to use. I just be like, look, you can't say cunt, bitch, pussy, whore, shit, fuck, damn, hell. Just kept going, and he knows all the words. That way, because
that's
that way he knows which ones are the words that I use that he can't use. You get what I'm saying? Because I can't not say them.
That's like when the DARE officers would show up at school, and it's like, do you know that there are people out there who are doing this kind of drug? And you're like, oh shit, you can do that? Awesome. Like that's basically what you're doing.
Okay.
He's probably teaching his friends how to cuss.
True.
But he can't say them around me.
So, number one, Cole, you should teach your son to sell new swear words to his classmates for like $3 a pop. That's a good scam.
The boy grows up in suburbia. He doesn't have it hard like me. He never wants for anything.
Hey, a hustler is born. They ain't turned, bro. Okay, you got it. Hey, that's in his blood. Okay, he's got to learn. He's got to learn to make a living everywhere he goes. Okay, he's got to be in grade school.
Stop. I threw a football to him. It bounced off his chest and he cried. He stopped.
Then he got to learn how to hustle, bro.
I was like, do you know there's a guy who just had a heart attack on the field the other day in the
Africa?
NFL, and you're over here bitching about a football?
Sorry. People. Anyways.
All right. Jay.
We got one
Thanks
more
for-
question, right?
Yeah, but first, thanks so much for coming on Generation Dan.
Thank you guys for having me.
Where can people find you and follow you on?
Well,
socials?
you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. It's Jailan Salman, and I post my poetry and my writings on theprose.com.
Thepros.com?
Yeah, this is where all my poetry and my music writings and stuff are there.
Is that
Is there like a link
the
for that?
professionals or PROSE?
PROSE.com.
Okay.
Thepros.com.
I would have never figured that out.
All right. Well, you can find us on Twitter at Generation Dan or on Instagram at Generation_Dan. And then me at Atlas Novak in both those places, or my other podcast at Nexus at Night. What about the rest of us?
I'm Dina the Genetic Marvel. Google me. If you're not willing to Google me, we're not going to be friends. It's fine.
I'm Cole Clayton. You can find me at Sniffing Glue 22 on all platforms, and I'll probably get canceled this year.
God willing.
Dino and I have a death pool. We should probably put Cole in there for a cancel pool or something.
Ooh, should we do a cancel pool? That's not a bad idea.
I think you'd have to be very good about the parameters of what canceling it entails, because it could be a thing like, ooh, we got in a little trouble on Twitter. Like, that doesn't count. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be very specific. Anyway, why don't we ask Jay this last question, which is normally what is a memorable set from being a comic, but you're not a comic. So what's something crazy that's happened on the job?
A lot of things, really. Oh my God. I think I once told my boss to just put a cigarette up his ass.
Amazing.
And I think this
A sticker?
A cigarette.
A
on his
cigarette.
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was inappropriate. Okay, I'm kind of in a beehive. My life is usually sheltered from the world. So when I go to full-time jobs, I do all crazy shit and I don't know that it's not allowed. Like when I told my sister she almost had a heart attack, I told a friend of mine and she was like, what happened? But I think he had a crush on me, so I didn't get it bad at the HR and stuff, and it was wrong, of course. And then I watched this series about Monica Lewinsky and I started crying because she said, I fell in love with my boss, but he was the president. And I was like, I fell in love with my boss and he was an asshole. So yeah, imagine just saying this to your boss and getting away with it.
I just like how you put a cigarette on your ass and he's like,
you can put this cigarette up your ass. And I said it with an attitude too. And I think everybody's just shocked. Like people kept staring at me that day. It was so embarrassing. And I thought I was being funny. I didn't know it was something you cannot
that's fucking amazing. And almost good enough to be the episode title, but Cole in Egypt still got the winner.
Hey man, the labor shortage has been real good to me. Let me tell you, I've been super honest with a couple of my bosses recently.
Ooh,
yeah. Labor showed it. Yeah, well, hey, that's
I've done it to a couple of the doctors.
I told my boss, I was like, I don't want to be here at all, like even a little bit. Did you do the thing that you're supposed to do yesterday? No, I didn't, because I don't.
I'll get to it eventually. Yeah.
You know what? Like that's the one advantage that that time gives you, right?
Mhm.
But realistically,
workers unite.
sometimes,
Unionize your local workplace.
sometimes you just gotta tell somebody to shove a cigarette up their ass.
Yeah. And with that, we wish you a lovely goodbye. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.